everyone, this is Mrs. Tierhoff. Today I want to talk to you about our goal binder and how it works and the reason we do it. So we're just going to take a quick run through to show you guys what it's all about. So here's the first page. They can decorate this page, they can put their name on it so that they know it's theirs. The first section is their take-home folder, so anything that's important that's going to come home, it's going to be right in here. This could also be their papers that they do at school, anything like that. So take-home folder is kind of like our Friday folder that we used to have last year. The first part right here, this is just their visual schedule, so that they can look at this at any time of the day, and they don't even need to know time, but they could say, okay, did I do my journal already? And if the answer is yes, then next is going to be our class meeting, and then next is going to be tiger time, spelling, shared reading, and so on. It's also for you at home if you're ever wondering what we're doing, or when our lunch is, or anything like that, our recesses. You can look at this and you can see that everything that we do all day long. On this side, this is the 7 habits, and I am in the process of changing this, but pretty much how it works, let me see if I can open this. How it works is, these are the students' commitments. So a commitment is where they choose something that they're going to be working on that day. It's something that they struggle with, or something that that they feel they need to work on for that day. So it's directly linked with the habits. So being proactive is number 1, and being proactive means that you're in charge. If they want to practice on being proactive, then they can choose A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? Same thing with habit number 2. If they need to begin with the end in mind and have a plan, then they can choose A, B, C, or D. Like I said, this is going to be changing because I feel like it's very difficult for 2nd grade. I wanted to try it and see how the kids did, and so far they don't seem to be understanding the concept of it, or they don't understand how they choose the habits. So this will be changing, but this is directly linked with their goal section. So if you look over here, it says my goals. So you go over here, and this is their behavior goals. My goals are their personal goals, their mission, their vision, all of those things. And they make a behavior goal, and then they get paid for how well they do for their goal at the end of the month. And then this is everything that we're going to be doing for the month of September. And then down here just explains the habits, how they make a commitment. They'll write their commitment on the day. So they'll write, if they want to do be proactive in A, they put 1A. So like I said, this is probably going to change based on the child and what they need. But like I said, they make their commitment, and then depending on how many stop signs or reminders they have, this down here, they will be coloring in each day depending on how many stop signs or reminders they got. So if they got 0 to 1 stop signs, then they're going to color it in yellow. If they have 2 stop signs, then they're going to color it in gray. And if they have 3 or more stop signs, that means they're going to color it in red. Most of the time, if it's a stormy day or a tornado day, I will either leave you a note right here, or I will be giving you a call. So that's how this page works. I would like for you to go over this with your child at night and just talk to them about the commitment they made and how well they did, and just sign it to let me know that you've seen it, just like we did the agendas before. Next is our tracking section. Oh, here's where their goals are. We did this in class, and so their goals are based off of what they feel that they need to work on the most. It could have something to do with school, or it could have something to do with home, or their sports. These are just for them, and they can look at it and they can change them as they would like to. And then we also did, and it's kind of hard to see because I wrote with a marker on the back, but my mission, we also did that to go along with our goals so that we could work on those specific things, and we can do things for others, and So it goes along with the habits. Now, we'll go to tracking. Tracking is anything that we are specifically working on right now in class. Um, this is our tracking page, and it's a stair step, so it's a step-by-step process to be able to get to our end goal, which is the target right down here. And so I'll try to put a target wherever our target is, but most of the time it's going to be this stair step, so that you guys know that this is our end goal. It's the last step in getting a 3. So for place value, I can read numbers to 1,000, not above 1,000, to 1,000. So that's the first step. Once they make that goal, I will have them color this in, and sometimes I might want them to prove to me again that they can read numbers to 1,000. Say they hesitate or they're having just a little bit of trouble. I might only have them color in half, so that I know that I need to practice with them again on that and just double check to make sure that they have the concepts. And then I can write numbers to 1,000, which is standard form. I can write numbers in number names, and that's in word form, and so on. So this is what we're working on in place value. Your student may have something colored in right here, but we haven't gotten much further than that. We're going to be working on this for another 2 weeks. So I think once they get this first one colored in, it kind of goes quicker after that. But like I said, every student moves at a different pace. This is in here. This is where we keep track of all of our goals that are not something that we directly work on. So their reading level, they directly work on it every single day, but we only test for it each quarter. And sometimes I won't be able to get to it first quarter, so then we'll have to skip and go to the next quarter. I try to do it every quarter and make sure that I check up on our levels and things like that. But sometimes in the midst of things, it doesn't get done. But so anything that we only test every once in a while will go in this sleeve, so that they're still conscious of it and they're still thinking about it, but it's not something that we're directly practicing in class, or that we may not be directly practicing in class. So these are just for them to keep track of, but these are very, very important testing that we do. So this is very important testing as well, but this would be like our SRI testing with comprehension. It will be in here, and then our pathways test that we do every quarter, they will be in here, so that the kids can be aware of where they are on those tests, and they can have a goal, so that whenever they go to that test, it's not just me telling them, oh, well, this is a really important test. They know that it's an important test because we're tracking it. The practice section directly links with these tracking pages. So they directly go with if you're at a level H and you want to be at a level I, how are you going to get there? So practice pages, they all are directly linked with their target, or with their tracking pages. So these are, for instance, what comes before and after. With place value, you have to learn how to compare numbers. So this is in there specifically for practicing place value. That's front and back. This is also practicing expanded form, which goes with place value. And then this is with the base 10 blocks, another expanded form. And then this goes directly with their reading practice. If they are struggling with quickly, fluently reading, then they could go through and practice these words. And their words may look different. It might say Sight Word Olympics at the top instead of Sight Word Practice. But this is also an option. But this directly links with the reading page. The extra practice is all the practice pages that we do in school. So if they are finished with their unfinished work and they don't want to read, they can go to their extra practice and they can practice some of these pages that we have in here. It also is used for stations time. So when they come back to see me and I'm not quite ready to get started with the group, they are working on Valtown, and they can go through and say E, I, S, A, F, and they can cross it off as they go. There's also a tracking page that goes with that, and that is truly for our small groups, so that whenever I say, okay, well, what are you working on? If you are saying on your own like I just did, then they would need to be at this step. But if they're at freeze and match, they need to be practicing freeze and match. So this is to help them kind of monitor what they should be practicing when they should be practicing it. But like I said, the extra practice is for station time. If they have extra time in class, then this is what they would be doing during that time. But they would need to have all their unfinished work done to be able to do this. Celebrate. This is one of my favorites. This is a brag tag. So anything that they do really well, or if they get a really good grade on a test, or something that they're really proud of, maybe it has to do with behavior, they put it behind the brag tag. And there is a sleeve in here so that they can put as many things as they want in here to show you. Normally if they have something in here, they can go and show other teachers, they can show Ms. Hoffman, something like that. But it has to be something that they're really proud of, they're really excited about. So that's all about the brag tag. That's one of my favorites. They love it. Resources we have not talked about. There's nothing behind it yet. But resources would be like a spelling dictionary, or if they have, if they needed a rubric to show them, okay, my first step in writing is I need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Then that would go right behind here. If they have a rough draft in writing, it'll go behind here. So resources is just the extra things that help them on a daily basis. Like I said, there's nothing back there, so they probably don't know what exactly that's used for. And then once again, we have our homework folder. We talked about this in a different video, so I'm not going to go over it, but I will go ahead and just kind of show you the pages that are in here, and then we're all the way at the end. So I hope this helps to explain what the goal binder is. The whole point of this is for the students to be in charge of their learning, and for them to be able to track what they're learning and know where they are and how they're going to get better at whatever they're working on. That's the whole point of the goal binder. It's also here so that it makes things a little bit easier for you. It's not supposed to make things harder, and if it is making things harder, please just let me know, because we're all practicing and learning about goal binders and tracking, and so any feedback that you have is helpful. But like I said, goal binders are for tracking and for practicing, mainly for the tracking part where they are in charge of their learning. So if you have questions, please just let me know, and I look forward to hearing all your comments. Have a great day.